This episode, we're going to be talking about flipping, something that's near and dear to my heart. I'm wearing green because I'm going to tell you how to get paid. Again, my name is Bob Irwin, and this episode, we're going to be talking about flipping, something that's near and dear to my heart. I'm wearing green because I'm going to tell you how to get paid. So, you're hungry. You've already watched that video. You know that you need some funds. You need to get paid. You need to pay your bills. How hungry are you is the question. Have you built your team? Have you got your signs together? Have you done your marketing? Marketing means mailers, means talking it up, means becoming a social butterfly, means talking to people about what exactly that you do. So let's take it for example. You've talked to John Doe, and John Doe, you've read and studied your script with regard to how to speak to sellers. That script has been successful. John Doe is ready to sign a contract. So, in terms of flipping, here we go. You sign that contract, and on every contract, the name of my company is MB Enterprises. On the contract, the buyer will always be MB Enterprises and/or assigned. Remember that. Prior to closing, either with the seller or without the seller, you're going to get access to the property. You're going to personally inspect this property. You're going to take photographs, lots and lots of photographs. I would say you must hire a home inspector. This is an investment, not only for you, but for whoever you're going to sell this property to, whoever you're going to flip it to. The idea with that is that you want a third party licensed, state licensed, and certified home inspector to take a look at this property and determine exactly what it is that needs to be repaired. If it's windows, he's going to show you that. If it's plumbing, he's going to show you that, or she's going to show you that. If it's the roof, they're going to show you that. If it's anything going on with this property, chances are that a third-party home inspector who's experienced at home inspecting and is part of your team, you're going to hire this guy. It may cost you $400, $500, maybe even $600, depending on the size of the house, the age of the house, so on and so forth. You're going to list off those required repairs, those repairs that you feel are a must to get this house back into shape so that someone can actually live in it. Whether it's livable or not at this point in time, you want that information at your fingertips so you can share it not only with a potential buyer, another investor, end user, or even with the seller. You might even be able to get a discount for that. You're going to turn on the utilities. You're going to get yard signs. For sale by owner. Where is it? Okay, for sale by owner with your phone number on it. You might even put out, this house is being rehabbed by John, Jane Doe, whatever the case might be. You're going to put those signs out in the front. At closing, the first thing that you're going to do, repeat after me, I'm going to change the locks. Change the locks. An old guy who is experienced with landlording and investing and purchasing properties, flipping, buying whole, that whole idea is that you want to change those locks. That house has been sitting there for X amount of years. You have no idea who has the keys to this house. You're going to make this property as secure as possible because you're going to own it. Day one, you get your contractor on a job. You establish a timeline with that contractor. Whatever the worst thing is with that house, you're going to do it first. You're going to do a roof. You're going to do HVAC. You're going to take care of the worst things first, the biggest things first, so that you have confidence that that particular item on that property is secured, fixed, and ready to go. You're going to have a written plan. That plan is going to be a checkoff list. You're going to have a timeline. So say, for instance, 30, 60, 90 days. According to your general contractor, if you are managing a general contractor or if you become the manager of the contractors that you're dealing with, You're gonna have a timeline. They're gonna have 4 or 5 days to do the roof. They're gonna have 4 or 5 days to do the HVAC. They're gonna go through the plumbing, 3, 4, 5 days. But you're gonna have these people, these contractors available at your fingertips so that when one is done, when the roof is done, when the plumbing is done, you can call the next one in and make sure that they are on time getting it done. You are not going to, tell you what you're not gonna do, you're not gonna pay them half, you're not gonna pay them a third, you might pay them a little stipend to get them started. You may even purchase the materials to get it done, but the issue is that you're not going to pay them full price. Believe me, I know. Enough investors out here have been taken advantage of by scrupulous contractors. Not that I have any, but I've met a few and have been to court about it. The idea here is that you don't want to give someone some money and then they run off with that money and you're stuck either with no materials and or a timeline that doesn't fit. You're gonna follow that written plan. You're gonna check off all of the items that get done. You're gonna use quality materials, above average labor, and you're gonna pay attention to detail. The light fixtures, the light switch covers, the exhaust fan for the stove. All of the vents are gonna get cleaned up, get painted if necessary. A can of spray paint will do wonders on vent covers and things of that nature. So you got a 30, a 60, a 90-day plan, depending upon what is going on with that given property. You're gonna involve your realtor. He or she is on your team. You're gonna have that realtor walk this property as they're making repairs. Invite the realtor over, have a cup of coffee with them. Take them to the property, have them inspect the work that's being done, and make sure that it is quality work being done with quality materials such that you can sell this at the end of the day. You're gonna come up with a progress report for your third-party contractors. You may even offer them a little cash incentive to get done early, if in fact you have it. At the end, you're gonna sign a contract to sell this property and you're gonna push that realtor to sell it. You are the manager of your own life. You are the manager of this property. You are going to make this work. It is your responsibility to drive this thing home to completion. When it is in a position where you would take over this property and live in it at a given time, then you will sign a contract with your realtor, expecting that that realtor will have buyers lined up. Because remember, you've invited him or her, Jane Doe, whoever it might be, over to check out the house and the progress. They should be talking it up in their office. They should be talking it up on the street. They should be talking it up in their network so that you can have a buyer at the end of whatever that period is, 30, 60, 90 days. Once you have a buyer and you sign a contract, that buyer is going to have some problem with what's going on with that house, whether it be a window here, a rotten piece of wood there, maybe it even has some critters, maybe something's been living in the attic, you got to get that cleaned up, but they will give you a list upon their inspection of your property to tell you what you need to get fixed. You go back to your contractors, your handyman, whoever it is. You might even do these things yourself. The point is that you get these items fixed so that you can get paid, so that when you turn over the property to the realtor, to the attorney, to the end buyer, there's no question that they are satisfied with what has been done to this property. You go to closing, you sign your docs, and away you go. Now, as an added bonus, I'm going to add in a couple of videos. The before A and the Z after. How do you get from A to Z? And I want to show you some of the projects that I've done that have got me paid at the end of the day. Closing day, all said and done. This is the finished product. Nice, clean, freshly refinished hardwood floors, that old kitchen. has all been cleaned up. Left a little something for the buyers. Entryway down the hallway. Bedroom number 1. Bathroom on this side. Tub, brand new commode. Second bedroom. New HVAC outside. Master bedroom. Nice and cozy. Freshly painted, hardwood floors. Backyard, back porch. Great little house. That's the laundry room there. Okay, that's it. How do you eat an elephant? One step at a time, one bite at a time. The idea here is you get from A to Z with all of those alphabet letters in the way. That should be your plan. And you should work it hard. You should work it fast. You should work it effectively to make sure that this property is going to get you paid at the end of the day. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And don't forget, recycle that house.